Hey everybody, David Nielsen with Platinum Idaho Real Estate here, and I follow the Intermountain MLS numbers pretty closely. And so at the beginning to middle of each month, I get really excited because that's when the previous month's numbers come out, and I get a chance to really analyze those pretty in depth and look for trends and changes that might give us some indication of where the market's heading. And I can tell you that from spring all the way through summer, the numbers just look great. It's a really rosy market, and I keep thinking, well, it can't last forever. So during this whole year, I've been watching for trends, and I just keep seeing that the market's great, and it's great, and it's great, and it's better, and it's better. But this month, I saw two numbers that made me pause and think for just a moment. Are we heading into a settling down of the market, or maybe a softening of the market somewhat? And so I want to share these two numbers with you, and I'm going to pull out some graphs, so bear with me. I'll try to explain them so that they make sense to you, but I think you might be interested in seeing these. Okay, so the first number I want to share with you is the pending sales in Ada County, and I'm going to start here with 2017, May of 2017, which is in yellow here. And you look at the pending sales, this includes both new construction and existing homes. And it was pretty level into June and July, and then it kind of started to taper off August, September, October into the fall. Now let's jump to 2018, and we're starting, April and May were pretty level, but we start off in May, we had a fairly significant drop in pending sales. Again, July and August. So the drop is really significant. And what's interesting is if you look, I'm switching to new construction now, but looking at 2017, these were the number of pending sales for new construction. They were on the rise all the way up until August, and then it kind of tapered off. But this year, new construction pending sales were on the rise up until April, and then we've had these significant drops all the way up until August, and it will probably continue to drop until the fall. And so what's interesting when you look at existing homes, we had that last year, a lot of pending sales in existing homes, and they started to drop in July, August, and into the fall. But we had an earlier decline where they were dropping in June and July and August. So what we're seeing is a little bit earlier decline in the number of pending sales. So now I'm going to jump to this chart, which is residential inventory, both new construction and existing in Ada County. So we talked about pending sales going down, and now we're looking at inventory. The red numbers are 2016, and the yellow is 2017. And you can see that inventory kind of peaked around July and then sort of tapered off through the end of the year in 16 and 17. But in 2018, inventory has been steadily increasing, and it really jumped up about 8% in August. And if you break this down and look at new construction, look at the blue here. The sharp increase in inventory in new construction is way different than it was in 2016 and 17. Now that change isn't quite as sharp in resale inventory or existing homes. It did increase a little bit, but it wasn't quite as sharp as it was in new construction. So what you've got is you have pending sales that has taken a pretty sharp decrease over the last year, maybe even an earlier decrease over last year, but we have inventory levels taking a sharp turn upward, whereas 2016 and 17, those were kind of tapering off. So you have decreased sales, increased inventory, and we haven't even talked about interest rates today, but we've talked about that before. But people expect interest rates are going to be rising. And so those three things in combination might indicate that the market is settling down and we might see a softening of things in the future. But the bottom line is that prices are still increasing. You're still going to get, if you're selling this year, you're still going to get the great prices of 2018. Fall's a wonderful time to sell with less competition and a different subset of buyers, because maybe you're picking up millennials or empty nesters that aren't tied to the school calendar year. So it's a great time to sell. And if you're curious what your home is worth, feel free to give us a call. If you want to see past market updates or see what the market's doing, follow us at platinumidaho.com. Otherwise, I hope you have a great fall ahead. Okay, good enough.